Hi HCA family. I want to take just a minute to talk about what does a reader look like and is your child a reader? So here's what I want to begin with. Sometimes as parents, we have these definitions, almost like a box, and we make these definitions, and then if our child doesn't fit into that definition or box, then we somehow sort of feel like our child has missed the boat on something. And what I want to show you is that every child is a reader. Let me explain. So let's look at 4 different profiles of children. Here's our first profile. Now, this is a girl. I know my artwork is fantastic. She has a stack of books and her mom says, time to read, or maybe a parent doesn't say anything at all and that child skips off to their bedroom with their stack of books, not to be seen for hours on end because they love reading and they want to read, and they're going to come out probably at dinner time and tell their family all the stories they're reading. If I asked you, is that child a reader? You would say, of course. But that doesn't mean that every reader has to look like that. So let's look at this child. This child is wearing some fancy sneakers because this child is one of those moving kids. You might know what I'm talking about. This might be your child. He just moves. He's a mover. He's got to move at all times of the day. He's either moving or he's asleep. And that's how he rolls. Now, it's hard to get him to read because he's supposed to sit still while he's reading, and that's really hard. Who wants to sit still? That's boring. I've got this one. I need to keep moving. Does that mean he's not a reader? No, he's a reader. This girl, she doesn't want to read. She wants to pretend. She wants to play. She wants to wear princess hats and watch princess movies and dress in a princess gown and be a princess. And someday she's going to go to the royal ball. Is she a reader? Yes, she is. And this kid here, sports fanatic, isn't interested unless it's got some sort of sports equipment involved. Basketball, baseball, doesn't make any difference. Loves sports, doesn't want to pick up a book. Loves sports. Is he a reader? Yes, he is. All people are readers. And I don't say that flippantly, and I don't say it hallmarky. All people are readers because biologically it is healthy for our brains to read. It brings mental clarity and health when we read. So we are created to be readers. Also, God could have put his word in any form. He chose a book for a reason. He's sovereign. I firmly believe that all people are readers, that the person who says they're not just may not have found the right book yet. And that's how I go into every classroom, and that's how I feel about every person. So, why is this important? Let me tell you why. Because when we talk to our children, our belief, the tape recorder, sorry, I'm old, that plays over and over in our heads, our belief system comes out of our mouth, right? Out of the heart comes our words. So if I believe that my child isn't a reader, I'm going to say that without saying it. I'm never going to say, you're not a reader, right? But what I believe is going to come out. Now, children are geniuses in terms of reading parents. They know you better than you think they do. They know when you're not being truthful. They know how you really think about something. It's pretty amazing. And so if you go to them and you don't believe that they read well and you say, "You're a really good reader," they can pick up on that no problem. So what you have to do is, first, parent, you have to analyze yourself. Do you believe your child is a reader? If you don't, how can you change your mindset so that you believe your child is a reader? You believe it so much that you begin to speak it, because what you speak is going to plant a seed in your child's head, and they're going to sprout that thought. So, your job this week, parent, is, if reading is tough in your home, I don't even want you to approach the subject yet, because odds are that you might be carrying some thinking that might be influencing your child. It's okay, that's not your fault. We're made like that, we're human. But I want you to think about, what do you believe about your son or daughter and their ability to read? Do you believe that they are a reader? And when you can convince yourself they are a reader, if they're under level, are they still a reader? Yes, it's not a race. Everyone is a reader. And when you know that about your child, then you're going to begin speaking truth, that they're fearfully and wonderfully made, that they are a reader. You're going to begin saying things like, "You know, for being such a reader, I haven't seen you read much." Your child's going to think twice, and you're going to say it so much, it's going to get into their head, it's going to plant a seed, and it's going to sprout. So let's start this week just analyzing our thoughts, mom and dad, grandma and grandpa. Just think about what you think about your child as a reader, and let's start to think about the words we say, because they have weight and they make what will happen. Take care of yourself, HCA family. This is a tough time. Love one another.